I mean nobody. I mean fucking nobody. And some people will feel relieved that you ask them. Some people will feel nervous. But I assure you, oh, well, Mikey, was it a tough credit? Oh, geez, how'd you get that done, And they'll say, yeah, it was a tough credit, but we jammed it too, And I bet you the fees were really healthy, weren't they? And you'll look around, or she'll look around. Yeah, they were good. And that's how you do. You suck, and as Sally would say, as gruff as I can be, and Robert and Sally have seen me like that, I know how to suck up to them. I know how to, and when somebody as senior as I do, does that, they feel relieved. I'm not going to beat them or anything, Because I had beat them, too, before. I drugged bankers across the fucking table, and years gone by. Nobody in America remembers that. They're all dead or retired. Okay. What documents, information you bring? First, nothing. You bring your good looks and your suit and the equivalent thereof for a lady. You bring no paperwork. None. I used to carry a Arabic Wall Street Journal under my arm. Arabic, when I was doing business in the Middle East. And but I was in London with my Arabic, And nobody ever asked me if I spoke Arabic. Not one single person ever asked me if I spoke Arabic. And I'd be with Arabic people across. Nobody ever spoke Arabic to me. I used to know how to say, well, hello, good morning, how's your ass hanging, and that's about it. But the fact that I have it, or I used to have it, I used to carry a Louis Vuitton deal that had a side pocket that you could put a newspaper where you could see the title of the newspaper above. And I set it on the table. And, because I was doing a lot of business in the Middle East. And so in Yemen, in Kuwait, and in Israel, although Israel doesn't want to consider themselves the Middle East, and they used to be friendly. They used to say, we see in your on your resume that you're doing business with the Israeli government. The next round of why don't you just take that off of your resume, and vice versa. The Israeli said, well, you ought to take our page, your Israeli page, stamp page out when you go into Saudi Arabia, you're going to Kuwait, or you're going to wherever. Or, you don't want them to see that. And that's because I had befriended them, and that's what you want to do. And that's why there's some professionals I deal with 28 years later, still. Of course, they've grown. They were already really real smart. I told you about centralized bank. Why should you find a new bank branch opening for easier access? I told you that. When you take your first visit, have centralized. I told you about centralized. Okay. Can an institution take you to the next level? It's critically important. Now, in the beginning, you're going to take the money from almost anybody that's legal. But if you got any choice whatsoever, you want to take it from a bank that can take you to the next level. Because I'm going to spend all this time selling Dave and building a rapport, etc. And then his credit limit is, bupkis. Then I got to go back to Marcus, who's a ball buster. I got to go to the next bank, who's a ball buster. So I want the first round to take me to be able at least the next level. I'd like the next 2 or 3 levels, but that's not always possible. I used to do business with a bank called Mid-Atlantic Bank. It's now part of HSBC, I think. And I was just getting off the plane in, I can't remember where, New York. I was getting on the plane in New York City, flying to Los Angeles, and I saw this ad in the bar, the bar of the airline lounge, and it said, "We're the friendly bankers." And it was the chairman and the president, CEO of Mid-Atlantic Bank. We're the friendly bankers, and we want to eat as much business as you can give us. Well, I canceled my flight.